Ornn getting caught out here by 3 members of Nightcrawlers. They are going to get a good amount of damage onto him. Ornn going to counter engage here. Malzahar still has Nethergrass on tap. Is he going to be able to use it though? There it is, the flash Nethergrass onto the Thresh. Going to pick him up. Volibear going to fling him over his shoulder. Maokai back into this fight. Going to get another one. And it looks like, hey, party in top lane. Let's do this. 5 people, possible Baron attempt, while Wukong pushes bottom. Hey guys, it's Weava. This is our Shoutcast Sunday from the last week of 2019, December 29th. You're going to see a good game here. It's a Masters D1 Clash game. I think it's pretty awesome. You'll see my review. I actually soloed this Shoutcast Sunday. Gun was missing and I didn't really have another co-caster, so I went at it by myself. I've done it before, so I hope you enjoy. Stick around to the end of the game so you can hear my MVP, my build analysis, and composition analysis. Hope you enjoy. All right, so we're getting into this game here. We're going to be taking a look at these 2 comps they have here. Right now, we've got a composition that looks like it is a mishmash of a bunch of stuff. So, and the reason I say that is because there's a Lucian here, and this Lucian is, I don't know, I guess it's very skirmishy. He's very skirmishy. But then you have a Wukong, and this Wukong, is very like team fight centric, but it doesn't look like too many of the other champions are on their team. I mean, Maokai's pretty good at generating a pick through his ultimate and stuff like that, or engaging, but I think Wukong's probably going to be their center engager for this composition, and then Thresh maybe with a follow-up hook, or Thresh is going to engage with hook into box, something like that. They have a good amount of zone control, but if you take a look at the other comp, we're talking about Cool Kids here. We've seen a lot of Aphelios since he's come out, and Aphelios seems to have a lot of different, we say results. Let's say results, and I think it's more or less the understanding of the champion and the player who's using them. And not to say that he's not strong, because obviously once he gets ahead, he is very, very strong. I've seen Aphelios do about 3,000 damage to someone in, you know, maybe a 2-second time, which is a lot of damage. But tag team with him in the bot lane, you have a Leona who is going to have a lot of lockdown potential. So we're going to see what kind of burst damage and what kind of kill potential they have on this Thresh Lucian in the bot lane. And top lane is probably going to be a wet noodle fight for a while, as long as both players, you know, do what they should and play how they should. Seems like right now Wukong is having a lot of fun with the Malzahar in the mid lane. Easy, quick damage. Ooh, something interesting there though. The Leona actually started Q. I know a lot of Leonas like to start with their E. And the E is going to allow her to have some kind of CC early, but I do understand people like to start Q. You do get the denial if someone does try to make a play. You can Q and peel and things like that. Yeah, Q and peel. So in the mid lane, we've got, let me set up my bars again because these are all jacked up. Wukong up about 1 CS right now, with Lucian up over the Aphelios by about 4. Their wave is a little larger, so we do have the level 2 coming in. We probably won't see much of an engage here. Aphelios using that little sniper gun there, trying to get down that CS, and Malzahar pushing in mid as usual. Wukong gonna get a quick engage onto him, a lot of damage, gets his electrocute proc off, chucking that potion, and he's gonna get out with a decoy. Oh, Wukong entering again. Looks like he's going for it here. He does have ignite. One more hit. That's a flash. That should be a kill. Potion chugging, and he will pick up first blood. And at the same time, there's a fight in the bot lane. Lucian flashes out there. Aphelios is really low burning as well. And top, look at this. The gank coming in. Will the Volibear get there in time? The Volibear does get there, and look at that. Maokai is going to go down as well. So we're trading 1 for 1 in mid and top lane. Good hook by the Thresh there. It's going to miss, but Leona's sword looks like it goes right through his body. I don't know what to say about that. But, that's all I have to say. Now, if you can see here, both junglers actually posturing for vision and control of that area. And Echo's going to get spotted out. He's probably just going to He's probably just going to go back to mid here and catch that wave, which he does. Relaxing. And you can see at top, after that one kill, Ornn is actually starting to push in the Maokai. Now, Maokai is okay at farming on tower, okay with his Q, but the problem is when you actually Q, if you don't properly aim it, you're actually going to damage a lot of the minions and not going to be able to pick up any of them afterwards. So, Maokai going to have, oh, there we go. The knock up, the Ornn looking for a kill here. Oh, they're going all in. Leona is going to miss that E, but Aphelios going to drop down to sub 100 HP. Going to chug a potion to try and stay in lane, though. Actually, he's going to recall. Burns his potion, recalls. Okay, let's save for what the hook's going to land onto the Leona, but there's no follow-up by the Lucian, and it looks like Thresh. Oh, whew. And Lucian comes in time just to save him. Oh, man. That was a close one. All right, so as I was saying, the Maokai had a really good freeze here in the top lane. And that freeze that he had right before the tri-brush is kind of where you want to keep it if you are looking for gank. Okay, this is for anybody who's playing in top lane. That is where you want to freeze that wave. If it's safe for you to keep trimming out the wave and you have control in the lane, that's a knock up again by the Ornn. Going to get the brittle body, going to flash out, as I say, twisted advance and get a heal, but he doesn't. That is going to be Maokai Flash. So if you're able to control it and, you know, trim out your wave so that it stays there, that's perfect. It gives your jungler the perfect chance to come up and gank, obviously if they notice, right? To come up and gank and to do something about it. And I think overall, right now, the Maokai is not having a great time. The Maokai is actually not going to be able to TP back to lane. He's going to lose about, oh, sword's going to land on, but Leona's a little far ahead. The hook is going to miss the lantern. Yeah, the lantern shield is going to be enough there. So that's enough for that engage. But it looks like Maokai is slowly getting back to lane. It looks like he's losing about 2 waves on the tower. That's going to put him down probably about a level in XP. That's huge. And at the same time, you've got a monkey in mid lane here getting chunked out. Malzahar burning his ultimate, getting him down to about 200 HP. But being Wukong, he's going to be able to keep the Malzahar from finishing him off there. Wukong looking for the engage, full on engage, spinning around. Oh, man. And Malzahar going to be taken down to sub 150 HP, it looks like. Thresh can land another hook onto that minion, but I don't know if he's posturing. It looks like posturing. Echo making his way towards the bot lane now. He is about to take his blue buff, so we're going to see if he makes his way to bot side after that, because the wave is going to bounce back and actually even up. Yeah, so he's making his way to his Gromp. Gromp is cleared. Volibear right now on the red side, so we possibly have a 3v3 in the bot lane here if both junglers decide that they need to. The Alco fight, the dirty Alco fight, the hook's going to land onto the Aphelios. Thresh going in, looking to sacrifice this. Both flashes burn, gonna pick him up. You get a 1-for-1 trade. And there we go. Now we've got that 2v2 here. The fling and the dash over the wall. The Alco looking really bloody right now. Lucian gonna pick up another one. Lucian gonna pick up 3 kills total in that fight. That was very unfortunate for the side of the Nightcrawler, or sorry, for the side of Cool Kids. Nightcrawlers, yeah, getting their Lucian ahead very, very far. That's gonna see a difference of about 800 gold in that bot lane now. This is gonna be very, very volatile. So he's probably gonna come back with a good portion of his cutlass and maybe boots. Possibly boots. Let's see. Cutlass. And okay, he's going full damage. Cutlass, recurve. So that gives him a good amount of damage to trade back. And against the Aphelios, that's pretty important because Lucian, you want to be bullying people in lane. You want to be establishing your game plan pretty early. And if the Aphelios is already winning at this point, Lucian's going to have a great time as the game goes on. Now, as we predicted, you had that 3v3 or I guess 2v2 at the end in that bot lane, which amounted to the Lucian picking up 3 kills. So we're going to see what they can do, what that bot lane can translate for the side of Nightcrawlers. Ooh, nice little double shot there, double tap. what makes me love this game so much. This game is very interesting strategically. Sometimes the gameplay isn't always what you'd hope for it to be, but to be fair, as I'm saying this, there's a good trade in mid lane. Volibear is spotted out. That's a flash engage there by the Malzahar. Malzahar gonna go away. The silence is gonna put him down. And yes, what we call the Malefic Visions, I believe, are going to take down the Wukong. That is a flash play engage. Sun going on with Leona, but looks like Leona gonna eat that, and the culling going out. The flash forward by the Lucian gonna pick up another one, and it looks like Ornn's gonna fall as well. And we're gonna have a nice kill in the bot lane here. Lucian going up 5-0-0 over the Aphelios. Now, as you were saying, or as I was saying, it's the worst part about League is the community. If you can ignore the community and you have friends to play with, it's a pretty interesting game. It's very much a game that you can analyze. There's a lot to the gameplay. It's a lot more than what it appears. A lot going on the map. A lot of things to pay attention to. And if you are like a thinker, it's very much a thinking man's game. Now, they're going to get their recall in. Looks like Lucian is going to spend, yes, it's 1,500 gold almost. The difference is now 1,700 in the bot lane. That is going to be his Blade of the Rune King. His power spike has just shot up so immensely. You still got a Aphelios sitting on just components at this point, and that's going to prove very, very dangerous for him in that lane now. I think Lucian and Thresh are going to look to power down that turret, maybe call their jungler down, get that turret, and get out of this lane because they need to go around the map and help out the rest of their team at this point. Oh, and Aphelios' sister talking to him. So Echo hovering around mid lane here. Actually gonna get his recall, and I thought he was gonna stick around for a gank. However, the Volibear is close, so that's definitely something that we need to pay attention to, because if the Volibear's down here, or the Volibear's in mid lane, I should say, and the Echo is not, it could be a nice solid gank coming through. Wukong moving is spotted on the ward though. Wukong getting spotted out. Malzahar does have his ultimate. Now the graph could put him in a bad spot. All right, Maokai gonna go in. Twisted advance, punch back. However, they don't see the engage coming. Aphelios ult, Leona ult, gonna lock him down. Malzahar ult. That's 3 ultimates burned there to get the Lucian, but that shutdown is gonna be quite valuable going over to the Malzahar there. Oh, Wukong coming in, gonna spin. Cyclone smashing him up. Leona gonna survive with that tankiness on her W. Wukong going in again, but possibly drops to Malefic Visions. I'm not sure though. One more auto attack will get him as he decoys, and it looks like Echo is going to try to pick up the Aphelios, but only going to give over one more kill. Not great. It's not looking good right now for the side of Nightcrawlers. That was not the greatest of engages. However, we are going to be we are going to bring ourselves up to a scoreline of 6-9. Maokai just really disrespecting the Ornn right now. Gets a good heal. Gets a little punch in on him. And it really looks like the tables have turned here in this top lane. You had early in the Ornn pushing in the Maokai, but now with the magic resist that he's picked up and building into that Spear Visage, that Spear Visage is going to do a lot. Maokai is pretty ridiculous with Spear Visage, and I'm foreseeing that could be a problem for the Malzahar and the Ornn to actually try to eat through in a fight. But Dragon is going to get picked up, as we see. Echo not able to get in there in time, and Nightcrawler is not able to make their way over to that Dragon. The vision denial was pretty real there by the side of Cool Kids, so they are going to pick that up. Ocean Dragon, always a good Drake to pick up. So Echo moving his way down to the bot side again, and once again Wukong going to knock off that shield there. Gotta watch not to get the Malefic Visions on himself though. Echo chilling in the tri-brush here, looking for a sweet gank. Volibear at his Krugs. Does see it. It's going to start moving away. The hook going to land. Lock up the Echo. Echo is going to get out. Going to get that rewind, and he is out with the Chrono Break. Oh my goodness. Lucian looking for a culling and just gets destroyed real quick. That was a lot of shock room damage, huh? Wow. So, yeah, maybe they didn't know that they were dropping Rift Herald. Maybe didn't know. I don't know. I'm not sure. But anyways, Leona and Aphelios getting the recovery done here. Going to get themselves back in. And I realized when I was talking, I never finished this. Gonna get themselves back into this game. Gonna pressure the turret here. Basically what you're looking for. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. Smack, smack, smack on that turret in top lane. Gonna get demolished proc. However, there are no plates anymore, so these turrets are gonna get burned down very, very quickly. I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed with the Wukong's ability to pressure the Malzahar. I know, you know, you're picking up 2 deaths, but doing a really great job being able to farm well on his turret, getting pushed in, still be aggressive, and to be able to actually pose some kind of threat here to this Malzahar. Because as we know, Malzahar is pretty annoying. Echo's gonna do his job, come up with a sweeper. This is junglers. This, as I say, this Leona going in. The flash, oh my goodness. Gonna box in, gonna keep Leona locked up. Might trade off supports. We don't trade off supports. And Leona actually gonna get dropped by the Lucian there. Nice disengage by the, oh my goodness, why would you go in there? I am questioning all things. Why, if you're a Maokai, would you go in there? Was that an automatic response? He had, oh my goodness, he had everybody rooted. What? Ooh, big damage to chunk out the Thresh. Possible kill if he had stayed, but he's going to do a smart thing and recall there. But yeah, I'm still confused by the play of the Maokai there. That was a little weird. He just, well, I hope your grandma is doing better if she was in a bad state, and if she's there for routine stuff. Good luck, man. Hope nothing bad happens. And to say that, there's going to be a kill in mid lane, and going to be a follow-up trade in the bot. Aphelios going down again for his 3rd death of the game. And hey, there's a revisit by the Echo. Oh my goodness, and then Leona ultimate over the sides, going to pick up that Lucian as well. Good luck on the war. Thank you, I appreciate it. I'll see you later, Mr. Lex. Lots of blood in this game. 8-13 is our score right now, but we're looking at about a 3.5K goal lead to the side of Nightcrawlers over Cool Kids. The Cool Kids, I think, honestly, because I know someone's probably going, well, what do you do now? Well, if you're Cool Kids, you're putting up pressure right now, right? You're trying to play to your strongest points, which right now looks like it would be the Aphelios and the Malzahar. And at the same time, you're also looking to not try and fight that Lucian unless you can directly get onto him. If you're fighting Lucian and you can't get onto him, there's going to be bad times. I'm just going to say that straight out. And as I'm saying that, look at that. Rift Herald taking again. Now this time we're going to see if the Nightcrawlers can actually do something with this. Lantern being given over, but I don't know who that was for. I guess to the Lucian? I don't know. We're going to have quite a bit of pressure going out in mid, though. We got a big group for the Cool Kids coming down to mid lane. Tower's already gone, so Lucian needs to kind of watch himself there, because it could spell disaster for him. Alright, so he knows his award there. They're setting up again. Dragon coming up in only a couple seconds. What key is that, actually? I don't know what key it is for to show Dragon timers. Anyways, Rift Herald going to get released at bot lane. That's going to generate pressure onto that bot side with Wukong there as well. That is going to guarantee get them a turret while they are posturing for this Dragon. Hook going to land out. Maokai ultimate going to go in, and the Echo goes in. They're trying to jump out of the Volibear. Volibear does go down. However, you got the Echo dying as well. Echo still had ultimate. Wukong going in. Cyclone going to destroy a bunch of people. However, it's not going to be enough while Lucian gets pushed out of this fight. Culling going to almost get the Ornn, but not quite. And it looks like Cool Kids take a great fight there and come out 4 for 1, only losing their jungler tank. Amazing. Having that Wukong split to the bot lane, I'm not sure if that was the best case scenario to play that wave. He was a little late to the fight when it started. And I think if he was there, that might have been a little different. Might have been a little different. But who's to say? You know, this is all hearsay. We could take a look at it later and see if that is truly the situation. But either way, going to have a dragon going over. And that is a nice dragon, Cloud Drake. Bet you're going to appreciate that one. Leona's going to appreciate that one. Malzahar's going to appreciate that one. I think everybody's doing pretty well, especially when you have an Ornn who is freely going to engage just by pressing R and probably slowing half the team there. You do have a couple people with dashes, but yeah, you're getting that engaged if you want it. So Cool Kid's balancing out the goal total to about 1.5K now, evening up the score line as well for the most part. Now it looks like Aphelios actually farming up to just above the Lucian now in gold. Now Lucian not able to translate much of his early game lead there, which kind of surprising, honestly. When we're talking about, you know, this is a D1 game. Very, very surprising. However, Ornn getting caught out here by 3 members of Nightcrawlers. They are going to get a good amount of damage onto him. Ornn going to counter engage here. Malzahar still has Nethergrass on tap. Is he going to be able to use it though? There it is, the flash Nethergrass onto the Thresh. Going to pick him up. Volibear going to fling him over his shoulder. Maokai back into this fight. Going to get another one. And it looks like, hey, party in top lane. Let's do this. 5 people, possible Baron attempt, while Wukong pushes bottom. Nope, they're just going to settle for that tier 1. While Wukong is at bot, they're going to send the Ornn to go try and clean him up. Wukong will get that turret. However, Echo looking kind of shaky here underneath that turret. Lucian going to respond, try and get the Aphelios while he's under the turret. Not going to be able to pick him up just yet, and a double kill going over to the Aphelios. Everyone jumped in at Lucian. It's kind of like in Black Friday when you see there's one TV left and everyone just jumps on the guy who has it. Yeah. If you guys have ever seen Jingle All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger, it's, yeah. Kind of similar to that with the Turbo Man doll. All right, so we got a Wukong flank coming here. He's going to try and get in. Wukong gets knocked back. Not going to get anything with his Cyclone there. Good knockback by the Volibear. And that Aphelios ultimate not doing too much damage there. Nethergrass coming up again. I think surprising the Thresh. Fully locked up in it. And now you got Maokai with the Malefic Visions. Possible to die to it. Gets healed up, but Ornn going to get in there. Going to engage, knock him up, finish him off. But Ornn might pay for it with his life. Culling going to drop him down. And it looks like Leona as well going in. They're going to tank this turret. Volibear going to get his passive taken as well. Oh boy. This is going to be a really bloody game, guys. So I think both teams going to limp away from that one. Just going to possibly get some vision in, get some recalls, and see what we got coming up here. At the same time, I'm going to find out what button the dragon stuff is, because I need to find that button. Oh, that's not it. That's not the button. Is it N? N. I figured it was N. There we go. So we get to see all the timers like cool people. All right. So Wukong going to secure that Scuttle Crab. We do have a dragon in 1 minute's time now. It's an Infernal. Gonna want to get that Infernal Drake, just saying. Nothing else but Baron on the map, and turrets. 2 turrets to take, just about 2 turrets to take on each side before we get into the base. That top turret for Nightcrawlers is fairly low. They should be able to take it if Cool Kids can get back up there. Get a wave pushing at least. Maybe 2 waves of minions on a slow push would be able to take it. But either way, map control looking good for Nightcrawlers right now. They're getting control of the Dragon Pit about 45 seconds ahead of time, which is a fantastic thing. And this is a high level tactic, guys. If you don't know, hey, whatever elo you're playing in, it's very important, if you've watched anything in professional play, to be at the dragon setting up vision at least a minute ahead of time. If you can get there earlier and protect it, that's fine as well. But it's also very important that if you're going to do that, you need to have your waves pushing in the proper areas. because you can't be standing around for 45 seconds while the waves are not pushing. If the waves are coming to you and they're going to get to your tower, and as I'm saying this, Wukong going to dash in, get a Cyclone engaged onto the Phelios, but he's going to get out of there. Nethergraph's going to get turned around onto the Echo. Echo going to chrono break out, but he's going to get locked up by the Leona, and Wukong going to die on the other side, as well as Malzahar, and Leona finally drops as well. That is going to be 1 for 2 so far. Phelios ult going to go out. Gonna miss everyone. Splitting the uprights there. Echo looking to get in. Culling going off. Lucian dashing forward, not afraid that Ornn could possibly burst him out. And that's going to be the Dragon. Infernal Drake going to be going over to here to the side of Nightcrawlers. All right, so Echo picks that one up for the team. That's an Infernal Drake for them. Fantastic. And Echo gonna take away this blue buff. All right. Echo not even trying to be generous with this bad boy. Not even trying to let not even trying to let his Wukong have one. But you know what? They probably talked about it. They're probably friends or something. The owner gonna do a good job here sweeping out vision. If they possibly want to set up any type of plays here. Malzahar doing his job, getting bottom, going to get this wave pushing. Now we're going to see how far he's going to push this wave. Wukong looks like he's setting up a slow push in top lane. He's got about 2 or 3 minions left up there, it looks like, which should be more than enough. Oh, he's going to get the next wave. If he kills this next wave, it's not going to slow push. It's just going to, yep, he's just shoving the wave in. They're planning to do something here. He had slow pushed it. I would have said they were planning something for about a minute and a half later, but he's just going to shove that down, get the wave out, wants the gold. And he is probably looking to pick up something here. He's got about 700 gold. So some components, maybe going to finish a part of his Hydra. I'm not sure. Maybe build some survivability, but his Trinity Force looking good on him, along with his Dustblade. Malzahar matching up into this Maokai, and I mentioned this before that he already does have some MR. So Malzahar probably not going to be able to kill the Maokai unless the Maokai does a sweet overstay and allows that to happen. So not too much going to happen there. The wave just going to get pushed back and forth between the two of them. And I'm not really seeing that Maokai is afraid. But as we're saying this, they're posturing around mid lane. Malzahar needs to be there in order to win this fight. You got 2 looking to flank. Definitely one being Wukong, who needs to get into that fight. Wukong 100% needs to get into this fight if he's going to do any or have any hopes of doing any type of damage. Building as squishy as he has, like Pure Assassin, is going to leave him basically to be killed by just about anyone. Flamethrower going out there. Ornn looking for an engage. That's an early flash. The knockup going to come through, and he's going to get dropped. There is no chrono break to be used there. Gets dropped. Lucian pops his heal as well. Now, what do they do? Are they going to head for Baron? They're pinging for a... pinging the area. Okay, there we go. They're finally pinging for the Baron. They're going to start up the Baron. Now it's up to Nightcrawlers to come in and try and do this. TP coming into mid lane. They do see the TP. The calling going to go out. Malzahar still holding ultimate. That was very close considering Lucian does have QSS. I guess he's not going to waste it. Maokai going to get engaged. A hook going on to Leona. Oh, the knock up onto 2. Wukong gets in. Shuts down that Aphelios, that is. Thresh going to drop as well. Ornn falling. And looks like Leona going to get cleaned up. And possibly Malzahar going to get the Lucian. Does get the Lucian with the shutdown. His minions will pick it up. And Maokai going to escape just with about 50 HP. Wow. Pretty good fight. We are going to get a... Wow. Okay. That was ballsy. A 3 for 4? Oh, sorry. Yeah. 2 for 4. 2 for 4. On the side of Nightcrawler. Nightcrawler is going to get some map pressure now. And Echo, as you see already at top lane, trying to adjust the wave for later. If you do get this wave adjusted, you do have some time. Echo back up. And I guess technically possible Baron after this take. But I think they want to see if they can get another pick before they attempt once again. Yeah, we're going to get that recall. Figured the timers were off. They possibly go for it. They are going for it. Once again, not even going to try and go for that pick. I figured, hey, you know what? They have the timers on the Lucian. He's going to take a little bit of time to get out there, but it doesn't even look like Nightcrawlers even see them doing this. They are going to walk up and the Thresh is going to spot it out. However, they're going to get it for free. Wow, Nightcrawler is not even thinking. There's a flash burned out by the Thresh for even checking, but not even thinking that Cool Kids would go for this. That's crazy. All right, well, slight misplay by them. Cool Kids going to secure the Baron, and hopefully this gets them a little bit of pressure here. The gold lead only about 1K. It doesn't mean much at this part in the game. You need to get onto that Lucian if you're Cool Kids. You're trying to shut this guy down in a team fight because he's pumping out a lot of damage. Wukong doing a great job disrupting, but we are going to get a fight around this Drake here. Everybody wants this Infernal Drake. The waves are currently about even, so neither team actually going to get much pressure or much help on the map from the waves. Leona looking to get in onto the Lucian. Gets a straight up stun to secure onto it. Wukong getting in onto Aphelios. Aphelios with his Zhonya's basically. And the stopwatch out, gonna get that one. Malzahar gonna drop that guy. Malzahar gonna fall afterwards. The flash forward. Maokai going to pick up the Aphelios. Lucian free hitting right now in the back. But how does Orin have ultimate all the way at the end of this fight? Gets cleaned up. Double kill going over to the Lucian. And once again, Nightcrawlers going to take that fight 1 for 4. They're going to push in mid lane. We're going to see if we can crack this base. Very questionable team fighting, I think, right now by the side of Cool Kids. A lot of skills being whipped at the start of that, and we're still taking that engage. If you were them, you could just kind of walk out, but they chose to just take the engage anyway. However, the one silver lining for them is that they do get the dragon secure. Volibear definitely having his W on cooldown there for the start of that fight. Volibear gets knocked back, easy peasy, because Volibear gonna take a bunch of damage by the Lucian there. Maokai gonna have to use his ultimate, but Leona gonna use the ultimate in response. That's a TP coming in. That's a flank TP by the Ornn. Ornn does have ultimate. Call the Forge guy, let's go. There it is. Malzahar burning down the Wukong in the back. Leona gonna follow up. Wukong does fall into his GA. Echo gonna get popped. Once again, not ulting. Echo has probably been popped 3 or 4 times this game without ever using his ultimate. That is not great. Not great. So look at that. A slight misplay and some hard chase. And you're going to see Cool Kids taking this mid turret pretty handily. Gonna walk it down. Gonna possibly crack the base right now. Super's pushing into them though. They're kind of trying to get this, and oh, Leona gonna go in super hardcore there. There's a cleanse out by the Lucian. A little early cleanse though. He did have the slow still on him. Sword again. Doesn't look like. Oh, Ornn gonna get hooked. Maokai ultimate gonna go out. Try to dissuade them from staying in the base here. Gonna get chunked out. Aphelios doing a lot of DPS. But Maokai just soaking it up like a big sponge. All right, that's going to be enough to make them turn tail and take out, excuse me, take off and get out of the base. But things looking a little better. Things looking a little better for Cool Kids here. One important thing is you're going to see the Aphelios actually coming online pretty hard here. 1 item left to go while Lucian still hunting. Still hunting to try and finish that as he's built 2 extra components here. So while you're looking at 4 solidly built items, you've got 3 and what looks like a half by the Lucian. And if we're taking a look at the gold is almost at even, within 400 gold of each other. So that's just what you needed to prioritize. Ooh, and Leona gonna hit that. And Malzahar gonna nether grasp, and that's gonna be a turret trade for a kill and 2 ultimates. So I'd say if there's no fight, that's pretty worth for Nightcrawlers, but it's kind of bad because those are 2 ultimates that you want to be down, but it's definitely worth it for them to use it to get the kill on the Wukong. And Call of the Forge God's going to go out. Going to get the knockup. The knockup actually going to score onto the Echo, but he's going to get Thresh Lantern out. Safe passage. So as I was saying, the two half components are the taxes you have to pay here, right? You have to pay that tax to get the Volibear down. You need that Grievous Wounds. And then you have to pay the Malzahar tax. And that's a tax that it looks like Xenyx is going to pay for him. Chrono Break out, Lantern, and he's out to safety. So Nethergrass burned here. Leona going to miss her ultimate. Ooh, boy. Solar Flare just going to miss. However, two big ultimates down. Chrono Break down, but the Chrono Break is going to come up about the same time as Nethergrass now. But the Malzahar tax is just something that you naturally have to pay, especially as an AD carry. So with him having to invest that much gold into the QSS, and then having to invest another 800 into the Grievous Wounds, the Executioners, that's quite a bit. You're looking at somewhere about almost 2,000 gold that he had to invest to stop the abilities of the other team, instead of putting those into damage items. Dragon on the table once again in 2 seconds. What do we got going on? Come on. Posturing around. They know he's in there. Don't have to see him. They're going to sweep this vision out. They have one ward in the pit right now. Posturing up. Going to try and clear this vision on the dragon. But they want to make the Leona pay for it. So, as you can see, they're just watching and waiting. Nightcrawler's waiting. Call the Forge God. That is a flash ultimate. And it looks like Wukong will fall. Oh my god, so many flashes burned there. Chrono Break not going to be able to save the Echo. Echo going to get killed. And it looks like the Aphelios fighting 1v1 over here against the Maokai. Lucian going to survive on that other side of the fight. Volibear going back towards the dragon. And Maokai going to get cleaned up by 3 people. Lucian posturing around. Going to get himself caught out, I think, here. Gets slowed. And the flash. Who still has flash at the end of this fight? Who still has flash? Really? Oh boy, Leona still having flash, going to get that Zenith Blade onto the Lucian, killing him again. And now they're going for Baron. Someone pings in mid lane, but they're going to take the Baron instead. And for probably seemingly the first time in this game, you're going to have Cool Kids going up. It's almost a 2.5k gold lead, but as I said once again, it doesn't really matter at this point. That gold lead is very minute. And we are going to see another Baron going over. Congratulations on the Baron take. They get their sweet recalls in. And get back. Now, lucky for them, they only lost 1 turret. Because as that fight was starting, I was going to say, they're just waiting and posturing, right? They're waiting for the minions to pour into the base and looking for an engage, or at least to stall and engage. And Call of the Forge God was started coming in as I was saying this. So smart macro play by Nightcrawlers. However, if you can't deny the engage, you're a little too close at that point. Because if they were able to actually deny the engage and not take that fight, they would have gotten turrets for free. Basically for free. So now we're going to see with this Baron what Cool Kids are able to do here. If they're able to close out this game, they do have an inhibitor on the table to take, and no one is actually ushering this wave up, so the wave is going to be quite a bit behind them, so they're going to have a little bit of time before it gets there. One wave is kind of even right now. The other wave is actually pushing away from them, so I don't foresee them being able to get anything. They are going to take the wave that is just about even, I was going to say. Looks like it's going to snowball up and get them, there it is. Get them probably about, looks like a full wave of minions. Full wave of minions plus 3. Yeah. So pretty strong, pretty strong. You're only going to have 1 cannon in it though. Call the Forge God going to knock up the Thresh. Not going to amount to much there though. Massive engage going on. The Echo going to get locked up. Echo once again not going to be able to hit Chrono Break. Followed up by the Thresh's death. Maokai trying to be tanky here. Going to get killed. Picked him up. Oh, and Aphelios ultimate going to get the Lucian in the back there. Turret gonna fall, and this will spell doom for Nightcrawlers. Cool Kid's gonna go up in this series, taking him out, finishing him off. And yeah, congratulations. Well played. Get the hard engage. Shouldn't be defending that turret. Should just leave it alone. Well done. All right, so let's take a look at this analysis here. All right, so if we take a look at this, from the start of the game, it didn't look like it was going too well, right? It didn't look like it was going to go too well for Cool Kids. Lucian was up 5-0 in that lane. However, not able to actually translate what he had in the early game to anything else. I do understand that. It's a team game, so you have to be able to support your strong players, right? So if I'm Echo, I'm definitely looking to get this Lucian out of lane, to get this Lucian to be able to move around the map, to punish the Malzahar in mid lane that the Wukong was definitely holding his own with. He was holding his own. However, Wukong's still going to struggle with it because he has to take 2 trades basically to shave off the shield and to get any type of poke damage onto the Malzahar there. So he's doing that. And, you know, in the meantime, he is getting pressured by the enemy jungler, which, you know, if you're caught out and you have just your decoy to get out and Volibear is just going to chase you down and try and fling you back in, or if you get a flash engage by the Malzahar, he's dying. He's going to die every single time that Malzahar has flash, or he gets in for a trade and the jungler is near. It's automatic. You're waiting 2.5 seconds, just standing in a pool, dying. And if the jungler happens to be there when, you know, Malzahar makes the engage, you're probably dead. So I'd say Wukong did a fantastic job of not dying in lane, actually applying a lot of pressure in his lane, staying even on CS through most of the game, all the way up to, I think it was about 15 minutes or so when people started really like moving around. And they were both at about 111 CS, I believe it was. So definitely a great job overall. Staying tough in his lane, holding against this matchup. And, you know, anybody who's played against Malzahar knows that it's not a fun lane. It's not going to be fun getting pushed in most of the game, you know, just by him pressing E and auto attacking or just spamming all his spells into the wave. Either one, it doesn't really matter, right? However, if you're taking a look at the recovery factor here, the 80 carry, the Aphelios here, doing a great job. Obviously being supported by his team, being supported via all these initiations and the peel and things like that. Ornn doing a great job. His ultimate is fantastic for engaging whenever you need it. The slow, the knock-up. Okay, how many times did we see the Echo get killed while his ultimate was still up? Because his team has so much CC. And this is what I was talking about. The composition on the side of Nightcrawlers didn't really look like they wanted to do one thing. It looked like they were trying to do a bunch of different things, which a lot of times people know. If you're trying to do a bunch of different things and everyone's playing, let's say everyone's the same skill, right? You're trying to do a bunch of different things. Your comp's not great at any one thing. And you have the difference between that and on the side of Cool Kids, where you're looking at a Leona who provides initiation or engage, whichever one you want to call it, 3 forms of CC between her root, the stun slow from Solar Flare, and then her shield of Daybreak, right? That's what it's called, I think. So you've got 3 forms of CC just on that champion alone. Then you've got the Aphelios who has a root, right? He can kind of fend for himself in that way. In a team fight, he drops that. Turret, gonna pump out a good amount of damage depending on which gun he has. If he has the grab gun, then, you know, that's a factor. Malzahar, shield for safety, constantly up, especially in the mid to late game. Then you have his engage. Anybody gets close, any target they want to kill, presses R. Nethergrass locks them down, they die. Even Maokai is, you know, with the assistance of the Lucian, the assistance of the Aphelios, doing the DPS that's needed, gonna get him down. Even the Ornn doing I'm gonna say a surprising amount of damage here. Yeah, surprising amount of damage considering he's a tank, right? Even look at the Maokai damage. So if you're talking about any target you want to get on, you can, right? Any target that you feel that's important and you want to get onto them, you can. You just straight up go at him. Okay, just press, anybody on your team presses R or presses one of their skills, and there's a good chance you get onto a target. Now you do have dashes on the other side, as I said, between the Lucian, between the Wukong, and also between the Echo. But even if you're taking the Thresh is okay tankiness, right? But not a tank. So there's a lot of times Malzahar just nethergrass him, he dies, and now you can generate something off of that. One occasion, Echo, a person who literally can press R and get out of the situation, didn't numerous times. And this is, you know, something that happens whether it's from bronze all the way up to even professional play. We see people die with their ultimates up, whether they're Tryndamere, they have whether they're Tryndamere and they have ult, whether they have Echo and they have ultimate. Okay, anybody who has like a get out of jail free ultimate and they end up not using it, it kind of sucks. Like, that's just one of those things that is really bad in a situation. And to be fair, like I said, he gets locked down. If someone hits him with a CC, they just overlay everything and they layer CC, and then you don't get to press R. And that's basically what would happen. And sometimes earlier in the game, that wasn't even a factor. He just didn't press it. So that's something that really stinks when you have your jungler, right? In one key fight later on in the game, he gets picked, they go for the Baron. Then there's this like overstay situation that Nightcrawlers did, and then they ended up losing someone on that overstay situation, and they didn't think that Cool Kids would go for the Baron, and they took the Baron. And this ended up being a Baron that, one, was free, super free, and two, ended up letting them just crack the base and just do whatever they wanted, right? Following this, you also have a Wukong, right? So Wukong doing great job, as I was saying, in team fights, getting in, trying to be disruptive, but not building any type of tankiness. So basically playing mid lane assassin. So if Wukong's not able to kill a target, which he would go on to Aphelios, and eventually that wasn't even a threat anymore, you're kind of null, right? It's like having a Zed, and the Zed's not able to kill his target. If the Zed can't kill his target, you're done. It's like LeBlanc. If LeBlanc can't kill her target, she gets behind, she's not doing her job, basically. So that's one of those things that kind of stinks if you decide to go like these different types of builds, or these like off meta-ish type of champions, or you're trying to play into a specific matchup. You are going to fall onto these type of things. And that's also why a lot of times now you're seeing, especially champions who used to do that, such as Pantheon, who are building more bruiser-esque, because yes, Pantheon does a ton of damage. He can build full assassin, but a lot of times you're going to see him building things like Cleaver, okay, sometimes Trinity Force, Sterix, and things like that, because you want to be able to just stay in there and brawl and do as much damage as possible. And if we're talking about having a resistance, right? If you're an assassin, I know you want to kill a target, but sometimes you have to say, all right, does me staying alive longer and getting another rotation on my spells help me to drop my target? And if you're Wukong, probably. You have decoy. You know, decoy lasts for about a second and a half. You're able to get around in the fight, get yourself into a brush, reset, get back onto the target again, possibly, right? Especially if you have flash. They don't have flash. And you're not forced to all in 100%, use your ultimate, and then use your ultimate to get out via the knockup. So you're not going to be able to pump out the amount of damage that you want, right? And then because he's not running Cleaver, he's not providing anything with his ultimate for the team. While he's spinning, he doesn't get Trinity Force proc. Okay? He doesn't get his proc from his Dustblade. He doesn't get to really do anything with his Tiamat. So he has 3 items, and not to say that his build was bad, but you have 3 items that all proc off of you pressing a button, right? Using his Q or using your E to get to someone to auto attack them. All of these work that way. But while he's spinning, you don't get anything. So if he had built Cleaver even for tankiness, I could see it would have been awesome. He could have shredded down some of the tankiness on the team, helped his team to do a little more damage, considering you did have a Lucian in there who was 14 kills in, could do a good amount of damage. That would have been very, very helpful. But that didn't happen. Okay, we can sit here for days and talk about who should have done this, who should have done that. Well, you know, I'm looking at a replay and I get to see everything on the map. So those kind of decisions are tough to make right in the heat of the battle, or that time you go, hey man, you know, that would have been awesome if I had done that. I wasn't thinking about it. Next time. Okay, overall, these guys played awesome. Okay, most of these guys are in, you know, Diamond 1 or around that. And this was a Clash game, so I'm assuming most of them are in that area of Diamond, playing very, very competitively. But it just worked out for the team, who seemed like they had a stronger team composition. They knew what they wanted to do. Team fighting was what they were looking to do. They had enough skills to initiate and to do that task. And if you're talking about what wins games, okay, it doesn't matter if you're playing this, if you're playing something like WoW Arenas, or another type of competitive game. Anytime you can eliminate a player from a fight for a specific amount of time. So CC, okay. Anytime you can crowd control a player, it wins games. Any type of competitive, anytime you can CC someone, okay? If I'm playing Counter-Strike and I take my hands off the keyboard for 3 seconds in a match, okay? I don't get to choose those 3 seconds when that happens. I don't. If you said, oh, coming around the corner, take your hands off the mouse. 3 seconds, mouse and keyboard. Okay? Just that alone could be, that 3 second window could be enough to win the game. So when you're looking at this and you go, hey, you don't get to choose. I mean, you could do your best to try, but you don't get to choose when Malzahar flash engaged on you. You don't get to choose when Leona flash engaged on you. You don't get to choose when Call of Forge God comes through and knocks up your team. The only thing you get to choose is how you're going to try to evade it, or how you're going to deny them the opportunity to do that. Okay. So, overall, like I said, great game to watch, great game to shoutcast. If I have to talk about, you know, who a VIP was the VIP or MVP in this game, I definitely would say, as far as MVP goes, I would probably end up giving it either to the Ornn or to the Malzahar. They did a great job providing the engage that their team needed, the picks that their team needed. Ornn was constantly in the fight, just always getting an engage. I think the one comment I had against him was that he decided to, in one fight, have his ultimate for most of the fight. I'm not sure or too sure about it. I have to go and look to see if he had it the whole fight or it came up towards the end. But I'm assuming that if they were posturing around Dragon, that he did have the ultimate and he just held it for a long time. But he was doing such disruption. Even in fights where he would die, he would tank people. And there was one fight in particular, he smashed into the dragon wall, and he was tanking both like Echo and Lucian and keeping them out of the fight for as long as he could. That kind of stuff, guys, you know, you might not think it makes you shine, but as a tank, like, just soaking damage for 5 seconds, 6 seconds in a fight and enabling your team to, you know, get down the other front line that the other team has is very valuable. And, you know, at a high level, it's very much appreciated. It might not always be, as supports are not appreciated at a low level as well. And secondly, like I said, Malzahar was doing a great job, fantastic job with Nether Grasp. Every time a valuable target came near him, he just pressed it. Okay, just pressed it. That's all you have to do. Just press it. Everyone overlays everything onto that. Okay, the rest of his team was fantastic about realizing that this was an opportunity to kill someone, deleting them immediately, getting them out of the fight. I think there was maybe 1 or 2 times that I could count that someone actually escaped. One of those being Echo with Zhonya's and getting Lantern out via Thresh. So you guys did a great job providing the engage for your team. Everybody played well, and my MVPs for this game are definitely the Malzahar and the Ornn. Okay. Got it. Nice. You want to talk about what was godlike? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?